and help. Naturally, I'll only accept the most highly recommended people.
I'm tired now. I think I'd like to go to bed.
Yes, of course, Elizabeth. You must be exhausted. Good night, dear. Or should I say goodbye?
It certainly didn't take you very long to hire these people. I thought the process would take considerably longer than only 1 day.
Yes, of course, and I thought the same. But as it turns out, I had an amazing stroke of good fortune. You know John Gates.
Of course I do. The poor man passed away last week. I read all about it in the paper. He left behind him an immense fortune. Quite a shockingly rapid settlement for such a large estate.
Yes, well, as it just so happens, 2 of the 4 I hired, the groundskeeper and the cook, were previously employed by Gates. Now you know they can only be the best. Aren't we fortunate, dear?
Yes, quite fortunate.
I knew you would agree.
Have you checked the records of the others carefully?
Yes, of course. I've gone over all their credentials with a fine-tooth comb, and they seem impeccable. Now, may I bring them in for you to meet?
Yes, very well.
Yes, of course. Please, come in, come in. Yes, well, this is Inga. She'll be the cook, and Mrs. Childs at the agency said she could prepare some exquisite Scandinavian dishes. Isn't that right, Inga?
Mrs. Childs is too kind. I was raised in Sweden, but my family left when I was only 12. I'll do my best to please you both. How do you do, ma'am?
Charmed, I'm sure.
Oh, so modest. And, yes, this is Lisa. She'll be the housekeeper. Do you do windows?
I do whatever needs to be done.
Yes, of course, and I'm sure you do well. And this is Beth. She'll be your nurse, dear, and companion.
How do you do, Mrs. Beth?
Please, Beth, if you're to be my friend, call me Elizabeth.
Of course, Elizabeth. I'm sure we're going to be great friends.
Yes, I hope so.
And, this is Zachary. He'll be the groundskeeper. And he's also an excellent driver, so if you ever need to go shopping, please do not hesitate to ask him. Are you just tickled pink? Did you say something, Zachary?
I said it'd be my pleasure, Mr. Benton, sir.
Yes, of course.
Please, Elizabeth and Harold.
Boy, she's a beauty, ain't she?
Shh, she'll hear you.
Now, do any of you have any questions?
Just one, sir. Will there be any times that my fancy will require on the weekends? You see, I like to do a little stepping out on Friday and Saturday. You know how it is, sir. Mr. Gates and me, we had a deal worked out, and since I don't have a car, he let me use his, sir. I mean, my good driver and all, I guess he figured I was a pretty good risk.
Yes, I'm sure we can work out that same arrangement, Zachary.
I thank you, Mr. Benton.
Now, as for the rest of you, you'll all be treated like family unless you give us reason to treat you otherwise.
What, you happy family?
Now, are there any final concerns?
Yes. Are all the bedrooms on the 2nd floor?
Yes, yes, of course. I'll accept my wife's in mine. Is there some problem with that?
No problem. I just wondered.
Yes. Now, I'm sure you're all rather eager to get settled in, so please retrieve your things from the taxi, and I'll be out shortly to escort you each to your rooms. Well, what did you think, dear?
Aren't they all very young?
Yes, well, I suppose, but what did you expect? They're good people. We know that. They have excellent recommendations.
Have you checked the records of Beth and Lisa carefully?
Yes, I've gone well, Beth, of course, is really top-notch, and since you'll be close to her, that's important.
What about that Zachary?
What about that?
His whole manner seems so crude.
Well, you can't exactly expect him to be in the upper crust of society. After all, the man does work in the dirt. I'm sure it's rather complicated to have an intelligent conversation with an earthworm.
Oh, Harold.
What?
Well, all I mean is, it seems a bit odd that he worked for John Gates.
Well, I really don't know why Gates hired Zachary, and we can't really ask him now, can we, dear? Excuse me. But whatever reason he did hire Zach, he was employed by Gates. He must be top-notch.
Just doesn't seem like what girls would want to do with their lives. Maybe Zachary can get away on weekends, but what will the others do?
They'll have time off, just like Zachary. And you know women, they always have a way of finding something to amuse themselves with.
Maybe so, but I just don't understand it. You'd have to be a woman to know what I mean.
Well, maybe they're more career-minded than they are with men. You know today's modern woman.
Some career. Cook the meals, clean the dishes, scrub the toilets, and the coup de grace, look after me. Now there's a job any woman could be envious of.
I refuse to discuss this with you anymore, Elizabeth. Now I must go show the servants to their rooms, and I refuse to have them hearing us argue.
There's something wrong. What is it? All of those girls, so young and so beautiful, looking after the like of me. And for what? I have nothing to look forward to anyway. But Harold, he'll adjust. He's still young and strong enough to get over even the loss of a wife.
Are you sure she's asleep? Are you positive?
Of course I'm sure. I gave her her medication over an hour ago. Twice usual dosage. She's sleeping like a baby. Or more fittingly, the dead.
Twice the usual dosage? Didn't she get suspicious?
Not at all. The old bag takes so many pills, she doesn't even look at them. Besides, she never thinks that I. Well, that we were planning to kill her.
Quiet, damn you! She's been suspicious ever since the four of you came here.
You worry too much.
And why shouldn't I worry? Ingo, one of the others might be suspicious and say something. Figure out I didn't get you from the agency.
Why did you need any of the others? I would have been enough. I don't see why you worked for the agency at all.
Because I wanted it to look official. I didn't want Elizabeth to be suspicious about anything. Anything at all.
Never mind. Everyone from the agency can't all know each other. They'll never know that I was not with the others. But you're such an overcautious, paranoid boob.
Yes, well, I still think we need to kill... Do it